Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason for the first time today.
Hey, Dave Frank from Cleveland. Love the show. Browns need to move Jedrick Wills back to his natural position, right tackle, and see if they can't find a left tackle free agency or in the draft. He just ain't cutting it over there. Great show, as always, Dave. Love you, brother. Later.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Jedrick Wills, the problem is finding a left tackle is in free agency is going to cost you money, and there's a reason they're taken in the first round. The Browns don't have a lot of money. They don't have a first round pick, so it's a tough spot.
Well, everybody's always enamored with what's behind door number 2. In this case, there is nothing behind door number 2. You have Jack Conklin, who spoke to the media last week and basically made his plea that he would like to remain here. You have James Hudson, who would be next in line at right tackle. So we would have a roster full of right tackles and nobody to play left. That's not an ideal situation. Jedrick Wills, it's a difficult situation. A lot of these players are given passes for a bad game, for some bad reps. Jedrick Wills, the only thing that is talked about is the bad games or the bad reps. Nobody ever talks about the positives. It's Jonah Williams. I talk about him with Cincinnati Bengals. He's a really, really good left tackle. Guess what? He faces Myles Garrett, and he's one of the worst tackles in the league. There's some matchups that are just going to be difficult. You're not going to get a Hall of Fame left tackle every time you bring a left tackle in. Kind of interesting through the barren years of the Cleveland Browns. That's maybe the one position that they feel absolutely spoiled and entitled to. Like, everybody has a Joe Thomas playing left tackle. Jedrick Wills is just fine where he's at. He is going to be the left tackle next year. And the best part is even going to be seeing all the people get so upset when his 5th-year option is picked up in the spring. So, look, Jedrick Wills isn't going anywhere. Could he be better? Yes. Could you certainly be worse at the position? 100%.
Part of Jedrick Wills' problem is he was taken with the 10th overall pick. There were 4 or 5 other options, and he has not been, one of those upper echelon of the first round kind of guys. But he has been
could have been worse. Could have been Mekhi Becton.
Yeah,
and you haven't seen him in a year and a half.
Yeah, he's been an average to slightly below average left tackle, and is still young with some upside, and he was hurt most of last year. He's got to start putting it together, though, or you're starting to scratch your head a little bit, I think.
I think in the grand scheme of things, it's not killing them. It's not. Look, if it was a thing where your quarterbacks were getting size, it's not 5-6 times a game. It's certainly something that would be an issue. And if we're taking anything away from the Ravens game, well, the Ravens are really good. I mean, you got 2 players on that defensive line alone, Calais Campbell and Justin Houston, who are going to go to Canton. So look, I think it's being way pushed to the negative on Jedrick Wills. Again, look, he's not going to be replacing Joe Thomas in Browns lore anytime ever. But there are bigger issues with this team. Could he play more consistent? Could he play stronger? Could his footwork at times get a little more cleaner? All absolutely true. But at the end of the day, he's a middle of the run. If he's a middle of the road left tackle, you have 2 incredible guards. You have centers playing out of his mind. Jack Conklin has always been one of the top tier right tackles in the NFL. So if Jedrick Wills is the 5th guy out of 5 on this offensive line, it is what it is. But it's not a bad thing by any means whatsoever.